this tutorial, we are going to explore a big idea in counting and joining and how it relates to adding and subtracting fractions. A few years ago, I attended a big math conference for teachers and learned so much from this guy. His name is Dr. Yeep Ben-Har, and in my humble opinion, he is one smart math dude. One of my favorite conference sessions was about big ideas in counting. There was a lot of learning in this session, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm only going to share the first rule about counting and how it relates to fractions. According to Dr. Yeep Ben-Har, the first rule is sort first, then count. And the most important thing to know about this rule is that you cannot join things that have different nouns. Let's really look at this rule and reflect about what it means for a moment. You cannot join or add together things that have different nouns or are not the same. So let's start simple. Let's just count some things and apply the rule. So how many do you see here? Remember, you must sort first, then count, and you cannot join things that have different nouns. Applying the rule, what did you come up with? When you sorted, did you see strawberries, apples, and bananas? Perhaps you came up with a list like this: 4 strawberries, 3 apples, and 2 bananas. Are there any other possibilities? Is there any other way to join these things? Could we use a different noun to join or add them all together? Perhaps we could call them fruit and agree that there are 9 pieces of fruit. The nouns definitely matter here. There are not 9 strawberries or 9 apples or 9 bananas, but if your noun is fruit, we can say that there are 9 pieces of fruit. Let's try it again. How many? Remember, you cannot join things that have different nouns. Don't worry about adjectives though. Only the nouns matter. How many? So what did you come up with this time? Did you see 4 fish and 3 dogs? Or maybe you used a different noun to add them all together and saw 7 animals. Again, the nouns matter. You can join dogs, you can join fish, but if you're going to join them all together, you must rename the set to animals, right? So let's try it with this one. It might be a little trickier. What did you come up with? When I sorted and then counted this time, I got 3 months, 3 pickles, and 1 idea. This time, I can't really think of a reasonable noun that would sort all of these things into the same category. Can you? Sometimes it just can't be done. All I can really say this time is simply 3 months, 3 pickles, and 1 idea, and that's okay. So how in the world does all of this apply to fractions? Well, let's look at the parts of a fraction and see what we can figure out. We know that the top number in a fraction is called the numerator. The word numerator comes from the Latin numeratus, which means to number. The numerator tells us the number of parts under consideration in a fraction. The bottom number of a fraction is called the denominator, which comes from Latin de and nomen, which means name. This part of a fraction names the part of the whole. The denominator is the noun. In other words, the denominator tells us what part of the whole we're looking at, and the numerator tells us how many of those parts. The denominator is the name or the noun. With this in mind, let's try applying our counting rule with fractions. How many? Remember, we must sort first, then count. Let's figure out what we're looking at here. The first fraction bar appears to be divided into thirds. The next one is divided into halves. The next one is divided into fourths. And the last one is divided into thirds. So we have them sorted into thirds, halves, fourths, and some more thirds. Those are our nouns, right? Halves, thirds, and fourths. Now, let's count. In the first one, there's 1/3. The next one has 1/2. The next one has 3/4. And the last one has 1/3. So how many? This is what I came up with. 1/2, 2/3, and 3/4. Do you see them? Since all of the nouns are different, they cannot be joined together. This is why fractions with unlike denominators cannot be added or subtracted. But if you used equivalent fractions to find a common denominator between these fractions, you would find that the nouns could become twelfths and you would have 23 of them, or 1 and 11/12. Fractions with unlike denominators have to be renamed with a common denominator before they can be added or subtracted. But that's a lesson for a different day. So what are the big takeaways for this lesson? You cannot join things that have different nouns. A denominator is the name or the noun of a fraction, and you cannot add or subtract fractions that have unlike denominators. Why is this? It's because you cannot join things that have different nouns. I hope this is helpful.